Hello everybody and welcome to Minecraft 101 with me, Mindless Kizea. Now this is a new series which I'm going through, teaching lots of different hints, tips, tricks and guides of Minecraft, starting from very basic things to the most advanced things. And so I'm starting with the most basic today, which is trees. Now there are 6 unique trees to the game. Each tree gives off its own unique coloured plank. We have the oak tree, the spruce tree, the birch tree, the jungle tree, the acacia tree, and the dark oak tree. Now each tree can be found in specific biomes, and some trees are more common than others. These three can be found in most biomes. However, jungle trees can only be found in a jungle biome. The acacia tree can only be found in savannas, and the dark oak tree can only be found in roofed forest biomes. Now, as you can see, these first 5 trees are grown as single saplings, one sapling in a single dirt block. The dark oak tree can only be grown in a 2x2 block. This also is true for the giant jungle trees. They can only be grown as 2x2 saplings. Now, due to the nature of these trees being rather difficult to find, it is a player's nature to make tree farms, and that's exactly what I'll be going on to next in this video. Now, before we start making our tree farms, there's a few tips, tricks and hints that we can use to make it the most efficient. Now, trees have a tendency to grow at very odd shapes and sizes. Now, to stop them from being too high, if you build a roof 9 blocks above the sapling, it will prevent the tree from growing wood any higher than 7 blocks, which is the uppermost limit we can mine from the floor, leaving 2 layers of leaves above. Now, as far as I'm aware, this only works for the 3 common types, but it should not really be too much of a problem for the acacia tree. When it comes to dark oak trees and jungle trees, this method will not apply, as they do take up a lot more height. Now, most trees require a 2 space gap between each sapling to grow. Not because they won't grow, but because they will not get an efficient light from other sources. So as you can see, this is not having any space to grow due to the blocking of the leaves. This applies to almost every sapling other than oak saplings. Oak saplings can actually be grown right next to each other. So what we have here is 11 by 7 tree farm. I will put a more detailed schematic of this so you can note this down. But what this will do is make something called a blanket farm. So I'm just going to go ahead and plant these trees. Looks like once all the saplings have been planted. Now, the torches or any light source are placed in this method to give each area the most amount of light they can take in and grow to the full potential. Once this is grown, it will grow to say about this sort of height, and it will be almost a solid mass of wood, which is very efficient for harvesting great big portions. What you can do to make this even more efficient is just put the same sort of cell by cell, and that way you can have almost multiple blocks of farming. You can also use bone meal to make these grow faster. However, it is a very inefficient use of bone meal. There are automatic tree farms tutorials out there, which I'll be getting to at a later stage, so it doesn't take too long at all. But for now, I am doing basic tree farming for people straight into the game. So I'm just going to wait for these to grow, and I will show you what it looks like once they have finished. Okay, so let's grow. It hasn't taken too long, but as you can see, it is quite a mass. If I come down here, it's almost like a solid. I mean, there's a few that have yet to grow, but it's almost like a solid block of wood. Just to show you how much I'm going to chip away at all the leaves. and just show you how much you can expect from this method in a very short period of time. I know there's a lot of cutting in this video, but I do want to be able to show you lots of aspects of the tree farming so you can get a pretty vivid idea of it. So I'll be right back in just a few minutes. So now this is it with all the leaves removed, and as you can see, you do get a heck of a chunk of wood. Now you see all these that have grown outwards and to the side and how tall. If I had put the roof above it like so, I would have had very normal trees, but because I didn't, the trees have grown like this. So you can put the roof over, just remembering you got to make sure you got all your light sources, because the trees won't grow under it if the light source is not 8 or above. But now you'd want to have, say, a chest that would have your axes in it, and just go through this, and you'll pick up so many saplings. You also get apples, so you get a source of food, but you can easily get 2 stacks of wood from this alone. So this is a very fast method for growing them. It's a bit inconvenient when they grow to this shape, but this is a very safe way of getting a lot of wood quickly. Now, like I said before, this is the only type of tree that will grow like this. Oak is the only tree that will grow side by side. I am unsure if that works with dark oak, but I don't think it does. No, it won't do, because it needs to be 4x4. Other than that, all the trees otherwise would have to be grown like this, with the 2 gap between them, and you can farm them like that. Almost just make a bigger version of this. So that's essentially tree farming and the different types of trees. So I'm hoping, guys, that this guide was informative and helpful. And if there's anything in particular you guys want to know about, let me know and I'll make a video for it. My next video will probably be on farming basics. So wheat, melon, pumpkin, carrot, potato farming next. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next episode. Take care. Bye.